Hey guys, Jessica with Tapestry here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this beautiful rose gold heart topper, perfect to go with the Milky Way design, the classic Milky Way design we all know and love. So grab your supplies and let's get started. Okay, so I'm starting out with a 16-ounce plump from the Steel Magnolia Company. I went ahead and used the epoxy method and I sprinkled glitter all over, okay? And once that cured, I went ahead and added another layer of epoxy. And here I'm adding armor art. Okay, I'm adding that to create the squiggles and just heating that up with my heat gun, kind of getting this epoxy to move around to create that Milky Way effect. For those of you that do not know, Armor Art is one of the white inks that you can use to create beach waves on your tumblers or your resin art. It is a great product. A little bit goes a long way, okay? So here I just added more of this Armor Art, and I am taking some mini chunky glitter and just sprinkling it on just to give it some additional texture. And then I'm gonna allow this to cure. Okay, so once it was cured, I went ahead and decided which part of the tumbler that I like the most, okay? And I seem to gravitate toward the three, I guess, striped Milky Way parts of the tumbler. So I decided to add a little bit of cheetah print and rose gold vinyl. I believe I purchased this SVG from VMD Designs on Etsy. Either VMD Designs or Bear Trends. I'm not sure, it's been a minute. But I went ahead and cut it out with my Cricut and then place the decals kind of in a swirl pattern, because I am going to cover up any parts of the tumbler that I did not particularly care for with spray paint. Okay, so here you see me just going through and seeing where I want the decals placed in that diagonal pattern, and then I'm gonna go on to the next part. So I ran out of painter's tape and electrical tape, and I had some of this masking tape, so it's the next best thing for me to use. Very low tack, so I wasn't worried about it peeling off my decals. And so I just added that in the diagonal pattern to cover up the cheetah print decals or the leopard decals, whatever. And then I am going to go outside. I'm gonna take you guys outside and I'm going to spray paint the tumbler. It was such a beautiful day today. So here I am just spray painting this white first. Of course, I always feel like I need to spray paint it white first to give it like a base, color before I add any color on there. I don't know if that's true or I'm just anal about it, but I went ahead and spray painted it white before I added this beautiful blush color. And when I added I didn't wait for it to dry. I just went right back in. And when I added this in, as you can see, I'm just taking short bursts at times, and I'm just slowly going through and covering up the white. Okay, and then I'm just going to take it back outside and let this dry completely, and then I'm going to remove the masking tape. Okay, so once that is all set, I am going to add just a line of vinyl where the spray paint and the glitter meet, just to kind of give it more of a polished look. But I am happy with how it's turning out so far. You guys let me know what you think. And I'm gonna do this to both sides. I did not go underneath the tumbler with the stripe. I just kind of turned it on its other side and then put another line of vinyl onto the tumbler. And then I'm gonna go ahead and seal all this in. And while that is curing, I'm gonna work on the topper. Okay, so all of the items that I use for this topper and the glitters, etc., will be listed in the description bar, okay? But all you're doing is mixing up, your epoxy, and you are going to pour it in your mold. If you are going to use a fast set epoxy, do not pour it all the way to the top. It will get hot very quickly and start to bubble up. Okay, as we know, fast setting epoxy should not be poured in any kind of deep mold. All right, but if you are going to use regular resin, you can just go ahead and pour it all the way up. I am using regular resin for this one, and I just added some of the colors that I use for my tumbler, just to kind of make my own custom mix. And then I'm gonna pour it into the mold, let it set, and then we'll be ready to decorate. Okay, so if you guys have not already, go check out my Easter resin heart tutorial. For that one, I placed the resin heart down on the topper, one of them, and the other one vertically, okay? And that created a cute little design. But for this one, I wanted it to be one heart, So I placed the front and the back together, and then I'm using the UV resin as the glue to hold both pieces together, okay? Okay, so now it's time for my favorite part, which is decorating the heart. Well, one of my favorite parts about toppers. I love to just kind of embellish and decorate. And so I cut out some stripes with my Cricut, and I am adding it on here. This is metallic vinyl, which is very stiff. Okay, so just be careful you don't poke yourself. But I added some gold, white, and rose gold stripes at first, just to give it a nice pop. Because this gold vinyl is a little stubborn, very stiff, the white vinyl kind of helped to hold it all down. Even though I'm going to seal it all in, I didn't want to have too many pieces stick up. So I'm using the white vinyl to hold down where the gold vinyl meet. I haven't seen a lot of lids like this one. And you guys let me know in the comments if there's other vendors out there, but this lid from the Steel Magnolia company has like this little notch right in the center. So for this tutorial or this topper, it's kind of perfect because the bottom of the heart can kind of just fit right in there. Okay, and then I just used some UV resin to kind of secure that. I brought my UV lamp over and then just kind of slid it right underneath and let it cure. Okay, so when you take your resin heart out of the mold, just like I told you in previous videos, it will be dull, okay? And also we use the UV resin as the glue to hold the two pieces together, and we have vinyl on here, so we do need to seal all of this in. We are adding a very small amount of resin, and we're just using a paintbrush, and we're just going all over all of the pieces just to make sure that everything is sealed in, okay? And you definitely want to, well, I recommend using an FDA compliant resin. I do know that most of the resin companies, their fast setting resin are FDA compliant. Okay, so that's pretty great for us. And here I am just going over, and you'll be able to see the difference between the dull parts and when you apply that resin, how shiny it becomes. We're almost done. So you could just leave your topper here if you leave it the way it is. If you really like, you know, the stripes, then just leave it just how it is. It looks really pretty, even though you guys can't technically see it like right now. It does look really, really nice. But if you want to be extra like me, you can go ahead and add some rhinestones. Okay, so I am mixing up Bob's 2-part epoxy and applying it in my janky way with the back of my paintbrush, and I am applying it to the parts right by the stripes. I am not going to fully cover these, but I do want to add just an extra pop. So this rose gold and gold cream crystal mix that I have here is from the Swarovski crystal line at Michael's. I caught the sale when they were like $1 or $2. And then those glass hearts, the gold hearts, I got from the Crystal Ninja. I know everyone has those cute little trays. I'm gonna get one. I've just been putting that off, but I have found that a silicone mat works great. It flips over the crystals very easily, and but I do want to upgrade and try some of these new tools out, especially since I find that I'm blinging a lot more crafts lately. Okay, but here I'm just applying the stones. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. You know, this, it's like a rose gold and off-white, like a cream, you know, mixture, I guess. And then I went ahead and added some, you know, clear as well, just to kind of fill in any gaps. I do like how you can still see the lines through this. It didn't fully cover it up, but it gave it a nice pop. I went ahead and repeated that process on the sides and the back of this resin heart topper, just to kind of give it a whole look. Like, I didn't want, you know, just the front of it to be one way and the back be another way. So I went ahead and completed that. I'm adding the Bob's 2-part epoxy again right on the part where I'm going to be adding the stones. Okay, and then I am going to do the same thing on the back. Just add the Bobs on the back, and then add the stones. Most tumbler makers have a tumbler that they create that they're just absolutely in love with, and this one definitely is one of those for me. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning to look at, the way the light hits the crystals and the glitter, the cheetah print or leopard print, rose gold with the blush. It's absolutely stunning. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified of when I post my tutorials. And if you're interested in joining my VIP community, the link is right at the top as well as in the description bar. Thank you guys so much, and talk to you later.